Hello Internet, Tyron Cowan coming to you with another First Impressions video, this time for MMA Manager. It's published by Prey Studios, and as it says on the box, this is all about mixed martial arts. This title is actually in early access, so of course there'll be bugs, glitches, features not totally fleshed out, you know, the usual. So, as it says, you're a manager on here. The point of this is to recruit fighters, build up their stats, and send them off into the ring. So as we've done in other videos, we're going to cut this down to 5 minutes, just go over the core features of the game and give you my final thoughts at the end. Before we get too far in, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you stay up to date on all of my content I produce. Thank you so much, it really does help the channel out. So with that out of the way, let's get right into it. So right away you're introduced to the stats and basic functions of the game right after a quick little intro cutscene where it shows you the breakdown of the stats for your opponent. Their, wins versus loss rate, what they normally use, what they defend the most against. You also are able to control what your fighter uses with this menu over here, going between a balanced approach, tactical or defensive, really being able to play to your character's strength. And as you see here in the tutorial, the character is built more for just going all in, ignoring the defense, and that leads him to his win. Here we have the tutorial gym to show you what a fully decked out gym should look like with all the equipment, trainers, fighters, all this good stuff over here. Whereas, what you're going to have in a moment is not this. And here's our gym. Little old hole in the wall, nondescript place. As you can see from the recruit menu, there's several different characters here, all of them with different stats like their weight, their height. I'm not sure how that affects their actual combat abilities yet, but you can just go through and look for whoever looks most like what you want. This guy's got a rockin' beard, and out of all of them, Pablo's really the one that's calling to me the most. Custom Fighter doesn't seem to be open quite yet from what I'm seeing, so yeah, it's gonna be Pablo. You get to select how to spend 25 starting points, so in punches, elbows, knees, different kicks. You can go down into just straight stats like strength or agility, So really put a little bit of thought into what you want to do here, but you can boost this up by training in the gym. So let's get into the campaign and see how this wants to play out. So like the tutorial, we've got the character's stats, what he normally uses, what he's defended against. Then we can see Pablo's stats to see what he's best at and start making adjustments to how we want him to approach this opponent. And that's going to make a win for us. So the tutorial takes you through hiring a trainer and getting some basic equipment at this point. So final thoughts. I like it. I like where it's going. I am a fan of games where you do build up characters and work on their stats and have some control over them, like with the little sliders. You know, if you're not going to be able to actually control everything they do, then at least give me something where I control the AI just a little bit. I want to see where it goes. I did a couple matches on multiplayer, which just matched me with other people's characters and just kind of let it go. And it was about like the tutorial in the campaign of just going through on there. There is actually a skip button, so you don't have to watch the entire match, which is good if you're just trying to pump everything out, because you can let it play, go through your cooldown, and then go again. Or, you know, with two fighters, you just keep cycling back and forth between the two of them. The thing with training, though, is generally the short and the long setting between training on, like, you know, a punching bag or whatever, um, you'd get 4 times, you know, if you went the amount of stats if you went to lawn, but you went from a minute to 8 hours. That kind of stretch on that. And obviously that's not balanced at all, and it's, you know, that's got changed there. But it did stand out to me because I would hope that, you know, you would at least get more like the equivalent of 4 or 5 hours, something like that, where you could set it and back out and not feel like it was a complete waste. So little tweaks, little things like that. I'd like to see a little bit more like being able to do promotional events, you know, drop some money to maybe encourage more income from fights, different little things like that. Kind of the more business side of it, not just the fighters. So I'm going to call this a recommend. I want to see where they go. I want to see how it develops, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. So thank you for watching the video. As I said at the beginning, make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and of course turn on those notifications so you know when I post something new. And follow me over on Twitch and Twitter, username Tyrant Cowren. Typically stream on Wednesdays and the weekends, but it all depends on my work schedule. Thank you so much. I'll see you in game.